Sabahar everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a massive collection of cases made specifically for the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus. This is TK. Let's check them out. So we're going to start off with the longest list of things. I actually have three different manufacturers' products in this video. The first one we're going to take a look at are the Vrs Design Cases. Now VRS just went through and redesigned their cases. We're no longer seeing exactly what the case looks like on the inside. It's a black case for the most part, and we actually get the name of the case as well as the actual make for which device it is. So all of the ones on the left are for the Note 10. On the right we have them for the Note 10 Plus. I'm going to open up all of these boxes and we're going to start looking at them one at a time, and of course trying them on our device to see how they look. First one we're taking a look, this is the Glide Shield Black Marble. This is a case basically that allows us to use the back as a casually kind of like a credit card holder. You can put in 1 or 2 credit cards or even your ID and a credit card there, and of course close it off. And it works really nice. Now as you notice, this says it's made for the Note 10, so we'll go ahead and pick up the Note 10. And my Note 10 does actually have a glass protector, so that's going to be even another test that we can test out and see how does this work with a glass protector. So overall, we'll start looking at the fit. Yes, I do have that Goku Fit. We do have a little bit of a separation right there at the bottom. That's just from the installation. And on the top, actually, it doesn't look like it's protruding too much. It's not even pushing on the actual glass, and ever so slightly basically fitting it very nicely on the right, on the left. And of course, turning on, turning off the display, everything works great. The actual case itself does have different materials, and we'll get a chance to see them, but for the most part, the cameras are open. There's no covering here. We do have a button for the Bixby, or the now turn on, turn off button. That's what I have here. Volume rocker, of course, nothing on the right side. We have the Vrs Design logo. An opening for the S Pen that is easily accessible. That's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. It has to be easily accessible. Now, because of this compartment and the way this is set up, unfortunately, wireless charging is not supported in these cases. So keep in mind, especially when you put cards in there. Right now, it's empty. So when you do end up having cards in there, wireless charging, unfortunately, goes out the door. But everything else is basically exposed. The speaker, the USB-C, as well as, of course, the microphone on the bottom, on the top, and the one in the back. So looks really nice. And again, this is, as I mentioned, the Glide Shield Black Marble. So the next one we're taking a look at is the Glide Shield Steel Silver. Same design, just basically opens up, closes. We have the snap mechanism, opening at the top, opening at the bottom, easily accessible basically here for the S Pen. And as I mentioned to you guys, unfortunately, wireless charging, because of that little hump that we get here, as well as the fact that once you put cards in here, this is just not going to be accessible. But you know, fast wire charging with the 25-watt charger that you get in the box should be pretty good. And of course, this is going to work with the existing protector. So that's why I'm showing you guys on different devices. This one is the dome glass from Whitestone installed, and I did another video for you guys. Of course, we have the always on display. And then this one is with the pre-installed screen protector that comes from Samsung. And then we have the orange-purple Glide Shield. Now, all of these cases are going to share with the same, basically, aesthetics that we saw before. Except here we have a nicer color. This one again is made for the Note 10. Let's go ahead and put that in there. And again, you just slide your device and everything looks pretty much very nice. Now the white color here definitely looks really cool, and when it's complemented definitely with that little rainbow effect that we have here. Same mechanism, you can actually see the little springs here. Opening and everything is pretty much the same, and again, wireless charging unfortunately, or even reverse wireless charging, will not work with this case. And the next couple of colors here are pretty much made for both devices. We have the matte black here and then the deep blue sea sitting here. Again, this is called the Damda, but it's essentially on the box called the Glide Shield Deep Blue Sea color. In the next couple of cases, one of them is actually very unique. This is called the Sandstone Case. This actual backing doesn't really do much. I think this is mostly a carryover from one of their other designs. But the really nice thing here that I like is the fact that it's actually just a different texture. Reminds me a little bit of the way we have it on the OnePlus devices. Now, keep in mind, it definitely does have the clearance here as well as on the sides and on the top. And of course, all the other ports are open pretty much the same way we had it. We have the button here that we will be able to initiate the screen, unlocking the device. And in the next couple of cases, these are both high pro shield cases. This one's for the Note 10, the Note 10 Plus. This one's called the matte black one, and this one's called the Sandstone. The texture is very, very reminiscent of the way we had it on the OnePlus devices, the Sandstone cases. Now, the cover here in the back doesn't actually do anything. This is just mostly a design. Everything is open, the same way we had it on the other one. The main thing here is that we actually are able to use wireless charging. So let's go ahead and put it on our wireless charger. And you can definitely see that wireless charging is working here. And of course, we'll do the exact same thing here with the Note 10 Plus. And again, that's mostly because the case itself is actually very thin. So let's go ahead and make sure it sits on the actual transmitter right there. So overall, both cases look very, very nice. Different designs. One is sandstone, one is matte black. And of course, the textured back looks really nice. They both have a good grip. all the ports are open, and of course very easily accessible S Pen on both these devices. Very nice, and I like the design for both of them. For the last two cases I have from VRS Design, I have the Single Fit Black as well as the Crystal Mix Black. Now, the Crystal Mix is an actual clear case that you're actually seeing the color of the device, and again, depending on yours, this will change the color, of course. The opening does have a nice gradual drop here, as well as the fact that obviously all the ports and everything is exposed in the correct way. And because of the way this is, it actually should work perfectly fine with wireless charging, as well as wired, and all of the other ports are definitely very easily accessible. Again, looks very nice. You have the guard and everything set up correctly on it. The main thing I would recommend you basically is obviously you just understand that it works basically with and without a glass protector. Now this one is the Single Fit Matte Black. This one's the one I've been using for the last week or so on my Note 10. And it works, and it looks really nice. Works great with the glass protector. And this is the one I showed you guys when I installed the glass protector. That's the case I've been using on this guy. And the next couple of cases that I got here are available for both the Note 10 and the Note 10 Plus, but I only got the ones for the Note 10 Plus. These are cases made by Rhino Shield. These are the solid suit. And then of course, there's the carbon fiber and the standard one. So let's go ahead and open up the carbon fiber one. Both of them have the exact same construction. They do provide us that little protector here so that it definitely comes very, very nice. It has that honeycomb casing inside to keep the device slightly separated, and then of course allow for better ventilation. The device slides very easily, very simply. Buttons, everything is fine. Again, if you want that carbon fiber feel, that look on this without having to put a skin on it, this definitely looks really nice. And we have Rhino Shield. Now, the opening for the S Pen is a little bit different. It doesn't actually open all the way at the bottom, but it opens on the side. So you should still be able to pick out the actual S Pen very easily and just basically access it from the side. And all the ports and the buttons are exposed, and of course provides us the really good functional test real quick here. And then here we are with the wireless charging. And of course it works great. The second case that we have here is exactly the same case. This is again just basically made with a slightly different material in the back. And again, this is more of a matte finish at the back and much more sticky. So if you want something that's definitely more grippy, I'd recommend you going with this one from Rhino Shield. Otherwise, the carbon fiber case looks really nice. And the last two cases that we're taking a look are from Armadillotek. These are the Vanguard edition. There's two colors here. There's the black, and then there's kind of like the blue grayish color. Both of them provide us the same level of protection. Both do not include a screen protector, but they do include a casing around the display at the front. So of course, first thing we're going to do is we'll take the one that comes directly with the Note 10 Plus. I'll go ahead and insert the device, and you can notice right there the device kind of plays around. So the intention here essentially is that you'd actually put your device, you actually encase it with the little blue frame that allows it to basically sit very, very nicely. And of course, at that point, insert it directly into the actual casing from Armadillotek. And then once you have everything set up correctly, we'll go ahead and give it a second. You'll notice that the actual casing goes all around, and we do have a port now over the USB-C that you're able to cover. It doesn't actually provide coverage from water. It's just mostly put there, I guess, from aesthetics. And of course, we have opening of everything. The S Pen is accessible very easily. We have a better grip on the side, microphone openings, everything in there, as well as a kickstand for the actual case itself. And again, the kickstand does provide us the ability of basically holding our device up if we want to be able to use it this way, or of course sideways if we want to be able to use it for consuming media, which we will do with such a big device. And it does seem like it does actually work with wireless charging. So even though it's a slightly thicker case, provides us basically a little bit more ruggedized fit, and definitely feels very nice. Now, taking this out is not going to be as easy, as you do need to peel this all around the actual frame that we just inserted inside of the case. Once you have it in, it should provide us the same level of coverage that we have with the other one. Again, the kickstand on the back, the color black, as well as the gray and blue are available for both devices. I'm hoping you guys found something interesting out of all the cases that we shared today. Again, keep in mind the Glide cases do not work with wireless charging, and all the other cases that I showed you today definitely have no problem with wireless charging or reverse wireless charging. Just keep in mind, as long as the case is not too thick and there's no gap in between, you should be able to use it. But the Glide cases are intended to be more functional, as you actually have the ability of putting, let's say, your ID or your credit card, and then just taking your phone without having to take your wallet with you whenever you go out. So definitely more of a minimalistic approach. And of course, they have a lot of colors there. Rhino Shield definitely gave us the ability of looking at obviously here with the carbon fiber as well as the regular matte one. And of course, we had the Sandstone case, which is also very unique. That's something that I haven't seen outside of OnePlus devices. I haven't really seen sandstone as used in a material there. But other than that, the last one I shared with you guys with the one from Armadillotek, they're a little bit more ruggedized, they're a little bit thicker, just keep that in mind. But they do work with wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, and they do have a protection or a cap over the USB-C port in case you'd like that as part of the accessories you can get with your case. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much for the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video.